Hello everyone, this is Akshay Agrawal and today I'm going to discuss about how to do a project planning in fixed bid project in IT industry. In fixed bid, your profit depends on how well you plan and control uncertainties. For this video, I have taken an example of digital banking platform. So first task in fixed bid project is to make sure that you have at least 50 to 60% of requirement clarity at the initial discovery phase. So initially at the discovery phase, you also push hard for assumption list, explicit scope boundaries, and dependency mapping. You should also try to create a padding, a buffer of 15 to 25%, which must not be very explicit to client. Now, I have created some core modules, for example, user onboarding KYC, account management, payment UPI cards, loan application, notification SMS, email. So these are some of the core modules which client wants in this project. Now, our task is to break these into small tasks using work breakdown structure. Now, what are the external critical dependencies? First is, for user onboarding, you may need third-party KYC APIs. For payment, you may need payment gateway UPI switch. For notification, you need SMS email provider. For loan, you may have legacy applications, which you need to understand. Then you need to integrate it. Now, what is contract protection? So because of third-party delay in APIs or any other forms, your overall timelines may subject to delay. So that you need to take care, and you can use your contract to protect yourself against that. Now this project have some complexity, such as KYC vendor API is unstable, payment gateway sandbox is delayed, legacy system has no documentation, loan rules keep changing. So these are some of the classic scenarios or complexities in fixed bid project. Now, how to plan it? So in project management, we have a technique called schedule compression. Now in schedule compression, we have two techniques. One is resource crashing and another is fast tracking. Resource crashing means when it's required, you can add more resource to complete your task. Fast tracking is you can plan various tasks parallelly. So for this, we are going to use fast tracking. So in first 2 months, you need to work on discovery and early execution. Now what actually happens? Initially in the discovery phase, when you have gathered the requirement, you understood that you have 60% clear requirements, right? For that, you can start designing. For suppose user onboarding UI notifications, your team has started designing. Second, same time you can start the discussion for the KYC APIs with vendor, and your test team would start creating test cases for user onboarding and notification. Now in next 2 to 3 months, your design completed for the user onboarding UI notification. So your development would start in 2 to 3 months. So your team would start creating or developing login profile, UI flows, notification modules, etc. Now in 2 to 3 months, your team would also start working on the payment integration design, and same time you can start exploring the loan module, because it would take time to understand it. It's a legacy system, so it may be very complex. It would take time to understand. So you can work on the exploration of loan module. By this time, your payment gateway sandbox is requested. Now you know exactly when you will get it, so you can plan accordingly. Your KYC API integration discussion should also start in 2 to 3 months. Now let's talk about month 3 to 6. In month 3 to 6, your development wave 1 and wave 2 would start. So in wave 1, your development completed for user onboarding and notification, so you can start unit testing. In wave 2, from 4 to 6 months, you can start development of payment screen, account dashboards, and you can also use mock API for unit testing. Around 5 to 8 months, you can plan your testing for user onboarding, notification, system integration testing, cycle 1. System integration, cycle 2, you can test around 6 to 7 test integration, test payment integration using mock API. Now issue happens when you did not get the payment gateway sandbox. Then you should not stop, you should keep doing your UI testing, workflow testing, and you can shift real integration to later phase. Now around 6 to 9 month, you should start your complex module, which is a loan module. You have already completed your spike early, so you can start prototyping, understand legacy API, and around 7 to 9 months, you can start with your basic loan flow and add rules iteratively. Around month 8 to 10, you can start full SIT plus integration. By this time, you will get your real APIs, your integration begins. Now, even after getting the APIs, there could be some issues such as your APIs fail. So you should add some retry mechanism, fallback, or raise an escalation to the vendor. By 9 to 11 months, you can plan your UAT in parts, first with onboarding, notification, payment next, and lastly, loan module. Now there could be some real challenges such as your rules for loans changes frequently, so it required rework. For this, you should have a change request, and this change request should be discussed in parameters of time and cost. If it is important, then you should plan this change request. Otherwise, you can defer it to phase 2. In month 11 to 12, you can do your release and hypercare. You can fix bug, production deployment, performance testing. Now there could be a production issues, payment failure under load, so you can increase retry logic or optimize API calls. So this way, in 12 months, you can plan your fixed bit project by doing your task parallelly. You can plan your complex modules in the early stage. You can do some spike exploration, and it would save a lot of time in the later stage. Now let's talk about the real challenges that PM could face. So everything looks very simple on paper, but when you start doing, then actually you would understand the complexities. Third party dependency failure. You would get APIs on time, or you would not get APIs on time, right? So in both the case, you need to manage your delivery. Scope creep. If business changes are business requirements are changing, you should have a change request, and all the change requests must be discussed on cost and time impact. Your testing should start early, and as I said, you have a parallel execution for dev, QA, design. No waiting for full completion. You could use mock APIs, and you should deliver in chunks. It would reduce risk of concentration. Now, what are the key learnings? Start execution before full clarity. Accept uncertainty but control it. Run multiple tracks in parallel. Never depend blindly on third parties. So this is a Gantt chart. The Gantt chart should look in this way, where you can have a parallel planning. Your discovery phase, your design, your development, your testing and release, it should be parallel planning. So design starts before discovery fully ends, development starts before design completes, testing starts during development, and UAT overlap SIT. Now in the governance model, you could have a weekly project status, risk assumption, issues, dependency discussion. On monthly level, you can have a steering committee where you can discuss the progress. You can have a communication strategy with client. Weekly you can connect with client. With internal team you should have daily stand-ups, and leadership you could have monthly connects. So fixed bid success is not about how perfectly you have planned, but it is all about how you are controlling uncertainties. So some of the key takeaways for PM is: push hard on scope clarity, always plan for unknown, run project in parallel tracks, and protect your assumptions and change request process. Also focus on early risk identification and continuous stakeholder alignment. Thank you.